Hello, ladies and gentlemen, to my playthrough of Jak And Daxter, the Precursor Legacy. This is one of my favourite games from my childhood, and when the HD collection arrived, I got a chance to revisit it. And it's still really good, like, so much so that I went through and just found everything, as you can see, because it's a Collect-a-Thon, and I collected. That's what we'll be doing here. We'll be collecting every last thing in this game. Every orb, scout fly, and power cell. And I'll shut up because this is a good intro.
Searching for the answers that my father and my father's fathers failed to find. Who were the precursors? Why did they create the vast monoliths that litter our planet? How did they harness eco, the life energy of the world? What was their purpose? And why did they vanish? I have asked the plants, but they do not remember.
Shock horror.
The plants have asked the rocks, but the rocks do not recall.
Maybe don't
Even
ask
the
inanimate
rocks
objects.
do not recall. Every bone in my body tells me that the answers rest on the shoulders of a young boy. Oblivious to his destiny, uninterested in the search for truth, and rejecting of my guidance.
He's also a mute,
And why would
so
he want to
he could be taking it all in.
You
You just don't know.
anyway? I'm only the master of green eco, one of the wisest men on the planet.
That's a good way of giving exposition.
So it seems the answer
Just
begins not
be
with
really
careful
condescending.
research or sensible thinking. Nay, as with many of fate's mysteries, it begins with but a small act of disobedience.
Hey! Jack, old green stuff told us not to come here.
Yeah, why did they come here? I mean, it's the most depressing place in the game. Lurkers. And these are our villains. I can't name them yet since there's a twist later on. It's not a great twist, but you know.
You know what to do.
Deal harshly with anybody who strays from the village. We will attack it in due time.
They've been
What are we
spotted.
doing here anyway, Jack? This place gives me the creeps.
Well done, Daxter. You tripped over the one bit of little
Stupid precursor
litter
junk.
in the entire game.
Eek! What is that dark ooze? It sure don't look friendly.
Why is the echo now
The
gone?
sage yaps on about the precursors that built this place all the time. Where did they go? Why did they build this crud? Now, I like precursor orbs and power cells as much as the next guy. But if you ask me, they must have been real losers. Wow! How did you do that? I think we're in trouble!
Throw that shit. Oh no. On the plus side, he comes out looking better.
Man, that stung! I told you we shouldn't have come here, and you listened! What? Okay. I'm fine.
This is Samos.
What in Green Dawn
Don't
Nation
ask about
do
the
you
head
two
game.
want?
They was...
Never
I
explained.
Don't tell me. Instead of heeding my wisdom, the two of you went mucking around in the only place that I told you not to go. Misty Island.
That's right, and then...
And, Daxter, you finally took a much-needed bath, but in a bathtub filled with dark eco.
Look, old man, are you gonna keep yapping, or are you gonna help me out of this mess?
I'm gonna keep yapping, because in my professional opinion, the change is an improvement. And besides, I couldn't help you if I wanted to.
What?
There's only one person who has studied Dark Eco long enough to have a chance at returning you to your previous form. Collect-a-Thon, the Sage. But he lives far to the north. Far, far to the north. Nobody has spoken to him in ages. I would teleport you there, but I can't do that either. None of the 3 sages that maintain the other teleporter gates have seen fit to turn their ends on for quite a while.
That's not suspicious at
The
all.
only other way north is by foot through the Fire Canyon, but its volcanic soil is hot enough to melt precursor metal. You can't just walk through it.
But you could fly over it if you had a zoomer equipped with a heat shield. I just happen to be working on such a thing at this very
That's
moment.
Kira.
All
Same
I
with
would
his
need
daughter.
is 20 power cells to give it enough
Yeah.
energy to withstand the canyon's heat. Isn't that right, Daddy?
Yes, Kira, that might work. But where are a boy and a half going to get 20 power cells?
From the villagers. Most of them have a power cell or 2 stashed away somewhere. And even if they aren't willing to just give them away, greasing their palms with a few precursor orbs should do the trick.
Because they're all
And I'll
lazy
bet there are
or easily
even more of
bribed.
them out in the wilds, just waiting for some brave adventurer to find.
Well, we've got the brave adventurer at least.
Brave adventurer! You two couldn't find your way out of the village without training. Before you do anything else, you better go through the warp gate and get some practice on Geyser Rock.
We won't find any more of that dark gooey eco stuff, will we? Cause I'd hate to fall in again and turn into you.
Get in there before I turn you both into ferns.
So, to Tutorial Island. Anyway, this is Geyser Rock. This is our first area. Let's get collecting.
This device is a communicator. With it, my father and I can give you advice at any time during your quest. These floating egg-shaped things are precursor orbs. Collect enough of them, and some of the villagers will give you a power cell in exchange.
They're also the hardest thing in the entire game to collect, so, you know.
This is a power cell, the most important precursor artifact you can find. You need to collect 20 of these so I can power the heat shield for your A-Grab zoomer.
We'll be collecting a lot more than 20, namely 101. Not within this video, obviously.
Sometimes you'll want to hit things with a greater force. To break one of these boxes, you should jump in the air and then dive down onto it, hands first.
Hey, you found one of my scout flies. I sent 7 of them to each area to look for power cells, but the
Why
lizards
7?
captured them all.
But anyway, this is the third thing we'll be collecting. And getting all 7 rewards us with a power cell. Power cell number 2.
Wow! That last scout
We're off
fly
to
had a power
a decent
cell.
start.
I'll bet if you collect all 7 in each area, you can find even more power cells.
I'm sure.
That's Blue Eco, which contains the energy of motion. Blue Eco allows you to run fast, break boxes, and even activate some precursor artifacts when you get near them.
Gotta go fast. Gotta somehow break things with electricity.
Notice how each Blue Eco cluster you pick up increases
Collect.
the time you can use its power.
Also, that's the main overworld. Because we'll never have to return here, ever again. If I do this right. Spikes! Nothing down there. They don't hide anything on this island. That would just be really, really mean.
precursor door. It can only be opened by approaching the door while channeling blue eco through your body.
Don't worry, they only do this about twice in the game.
That's a blue eco vent. More concentrated than the floating clusters. This vent will give you a full charge of blue eco, letting you use it for the maximum time.
Oh, here we go. Power cell number 3. Only 98 to go.
Blue eco caused the door to open. With blue eco, you can breathe energy into all kinds of precursor artifacts that have lain dormant for years.
Just not these ones, apparently.
Those little green balls of energy on the ground are a type of eco. Pick up 50 small green ecos or one big green one to increase your
Yes,
health.
I've done that already. Shut up. 7 orbs to go on this island.
You can jump once,
Speaking
then
of
jump
which.
again in the air to reach even higher ledges.
Power cell number 4, and this is Geyser Rock complete. This is the only kind of artifact that blue eco will actually activate. So let's go step on the teleporter. And there we have it. All 4 power cells, all 7 scout flies, all 50 precursor orbs. We are done. Now if I remember the controls to get out of here. We're back. And
Good training,
Daxter is
boys.
always in agony.
That's nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Then no problem. We got the moves, eh, Jack? We'd love to stay and chat,
Well,
Big
one of
Green,
us
but
has.
we're itching to get on with our adventures.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful?
Gee,
My
thanks.
darn green eco collectors are clogged up again. Head out to the far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you? Follow the maps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
Well, anyway, that concludes our first episode, and hey, it's Audrey too.